The first quadrant of the unit circle, remember, a line that any angle makes, it has a hypotenuse of 1, right? It reaches the edge of the circle, it has some height of y, which we found out is also sine of that angle, and it has some length of x, which we also worked out is cos of that angle. What is Pythagoras' theorem? C squared a squared plus b squared. Can we apply that to this triangle? Yes, we can. Right. There's our C, our A, and our B. So when we plug them all in, what you get is you get 1 squared, all of sine theta squared, plus all of cos theta squared. Now, the notation they usually do, kind of like as a shorthand, which is silly because all you're doing is not writing in brackets, is they chuck the squared on the sign, but it means exactly the same thing. So the simplified version of this is 1 equals sine squared of any angle plus cos squared of any angle. Now, this is called the identity. What they will do is they'll give you the value of sine theta and they'll ask you to work out the value of cos theta. What I prefer you to do instead is to simply draw a triangle on the axes, right, with one side of the triangle always sitting on the axis itself. As an example, let's say they give you sine of some angle is equal to a quarter. Right? Now we know a quarter is nowhere on the triangles, right? So you have to use this method instead, right? And that the angle is between, we'll go with second quadrant, so between pi on 2 and pi. Okay? So now no circles to be drawn, just draw the axes. That's in the second quadrant, which is top right, top left. Alright, so draw it with one side on the x-axis like I said. Okay, always like that. If it's down here, you draw like this side you draw like that. Alright? Your angle is here, so that's your x. Alright? What is sine? Opposite over hypotenuse. In this case, that's your opposite, that's your hypotenuse. Alright? So that means that this is 1, this is 4. If the question asks you, find cos of that angle, and then tan of that angle, what do you need to find to work out cos? You need the adjacent side. You have to work out this one here. What do you need for tan? You will still need the adjacent side anyway. So that's where the Pythagoras theorem comes into play. To work out the adjacent side, remember, it is 4 squared minus 1 squared, not plus, right? So it's going to be 16 never mind the negative, okay, because we're dealing with lengths. You can't have a negative length. So that side there, we've worked out now, is root 15, right? Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, which will be root 15 over 4. Okay, so it'll be 15 over 4. And second quadrant, cos is negative. Tan is opposite over adjacent, so that'll be 1 over root 15, and is also negative. Consider that root 15 is a little bit less than root 16, so it'll be a little bit less than 4. This is still less than 1.